I'm so grateful to catch up with you. And I think the last time I saw you was probably a year plus ago.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, for a session where we had 20-piece orchestra, David Foster, whole 9 yards.
The AOL session. That was a lot of fun. That was the first time I actually got to sing the stuff kind of broken down a little bit. We got to,
Yeah.
I was so used to singing with, full band and full orchestra and making it this big, things on track. And that was a really cool session because we were able to just make a guitar and bass and a few strings. And
I remember it was like the first session you had done in a studio, and the first time you'd been in a recording studio since you made the record.
Since I made the record. We were kind of re-recording some of the old songs, and it was nice to kind of revisit them after, many months had gone by, because you find different things in them. You're not in that recording space for those months that you're promoting singing them live, so that when you're in the studio, it was nice to be able to re-sing them a little bit in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember at that session, one of the distinctive things about you was when we were like playing the music back and we were listening to the mix, that you would kind of edge your way up to the board.
Yeah.
and pull your vocal down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm shy.
Yeah, you were really shy about that.
Yeah, I still am. I mean, it's like, if an actor hates watching themselves on film, and I'm so hypercritical about myself on tape that yeah, when everybody's in the room and they're blasting it out of the speaker, you'll always find me creeping up to that little Josh fader and just taking it down a few dBs, but it doesn't surprise me that I was doing that.
Yeah, well, it's part of, I think it's indicative of the transition that you've made from just starting as a singer to then being in front of the world stage like that in such a short amount of time.
It happened very, very fast, and so so it was a bit of a shell shock, having to go from just singing for a few people to all of a sudden having a lot of people with magnifying glasses over everything that you do.
A lot of people, a billion people?
A billion people at the Olympics, yeah. So it was a bit of a shock, but you have to learn really fast. I don't think it's any different for any other artist recording nowadays that just gets started. It is just, you're in the studio and there's a safe kind of hamster ball in the studio, and then you get out, and all of a sudden, bam, your music's out there, and people are listening to it, and you have to perform for people, and you have to develop tough skin, and you have to develop kind of a way of handling the pressure and performing under pressure. So there's a lot of it.
Hamster ball? You refer to the studio as a hamster ball?
Yes.
Like a habit trail environment?
Or every once in a while I'm able to get out and drink from my water spout, but yeah, generally it's very claustrophobic. You live 8 months of your life every single day, all day long, recording this stuff in an enclosed environment where you can be hypersensitive and you can be overcritical and you can listen to everything full volume with cans on and fix things if you need to, and it's very, very safe. You can fail. Yeah. So to leave that kind of comfortable world and get out and do this stuff for people, which I'm going to do on tour, which is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be a whole other learning experience. It's a whole other world. Yeah.
When did it change for you that you started to notice that you'd walk down the street and you'd see somebody kind of looking at you in a more lingering way, like they're trying to, hey, isn't that guy? When did you start to feel that it was happening?
Well, after the release date, I was fortunate enough to have done many, many TV appearances. A lot of talk shows. The View. Rosie O'Donnell was great to have me back on.
Opera Boy.
Opera Boy, exactly. She's great. And then, I did another Ally McBeal during the Christmas time. And what really connected the dots was the piece on 2020. They just couldn't have been nicer with the piece that they made on me. And they I had cameras following me around, and they came with me to a radio station. They came with me to the studio and did a sit-down interview. And it wasn't really until I saw on screen that piece that they had done that I really realized what was going on. Everything was happening so fast around me that it needed them capturing it and putting it on TV for me to actually say, oh my God, this is getting pretty big. Look at this. Look at me. Look at that. That's really, really cool. So, and I think it connected the dots for a lot of the other people. They had kind of said, oh, we've heard him here and there. I think I know his voice. I think I know that song. But 2020 kind of put, in sequence everything that I had done. And as soon as that happened, I mean, whether it be album sales or public recognition or walking down the street or going to a music store, it all changed after that. I think that the fans have really kind of given me permission, and the public has kind of understood from the first album that there's some more eclectic, more interesting things in the album. It's not just, I think people at first listen would say, he's just a classical singer, he's just a romantic, balladeer or whatever. But, if you really listen to the first album, there's songs like Let Me Fall from Cirque du Soleil and Canto alla Vita, which is basically almost like a Europop track that we did with the Corrs, where we had them singing in Italian. There were some different, more interesting things that I wanted wanted to do. And so on this album, I think I took it just one step further in terms of more interesting sounds and experimentation. You know, I think, yeah.
Plus, on the last record, you had the Don McLean song.
Don McLean, Vincent, Vincent, and you know, getting Lily Hayden to play on one of the tracks was a thrill for me. And so yeah, I think you know, it's a fine line between doing what people know and doing what you think is the crowd pleaser stuff, and then going a step further into who you are, and getting that out there too without scaring people. So yeah, I was thrilled to do Remember When It Rained. I got to play piano throughout the whole track. That shows a different side, and to be able to work on a song like Never Let Go also shows the people, I think, that yes, there is that sense of very open, very classical singing, but there's also another side of me that hopefully they'll see a lot more of, and it'll be fun for the tour too.
Well, I can't wait to see what you're up to next, man.
A lot of stuff going on, and you know, I hope that this is the first of a second of many more times we get to talk about all the music.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully we'll see you down the road, and I can't wait to see what's ahead for you, and I just wish you the best of luck.
Thanks so much.
And congrats on the new album.
Thanks, Chris.
It's terrific next
Thank you. Great to see you again.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right.
I'll talk to you sometime soon.